morning. A cold, windy April the 5th morning, and I'm at Appley seafront in Ryde. I've got my coffee to try and keep warm, and I'm actually here to film and to photograph this. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Right. They've been doing lots of work after a sinkhole opened a few months ago, and they got lots and lots of kind of interesting piping and industrial looking kind of stuff, and I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on. But you can see here it's pretty major. A sinkhole opened on the footpath along the seafront, and to repair it, this is the result. It was a much bigger job than they anticipated. So my job this morning, that I've given myself, is to try and do a few photographs as the sun comes up of the pipes and the kind of industrial looking kind of scene we've got at the front here at Appley, just a short distance from where I live. It's normally a beautiful beach. It still is a beautiful beach, but as I said, there's some pretty major kind of work to fix the problem here. And oh look, there's the I guess about a quarter moon or something like that, a crescent moon. That looks fantastic. So we're a little while, 20 minutes or so before sunrise. So I will tell you a bit more about exactly what's going on later when it gets lighter. So I've actually wandered along in the opposite direction to all the kind of waterworks, and I'm going to try and take some sunrise pictures from kind of the cafe, the outdoor cafe, and the lifeguard post here on the sea wall at Ryde. It looks really nice off in the distance, really beautiful colours. So I'll do that when the sun is actually rising. I'll take some shots on there. Then when the sun's risen a bit, I will go back to my the original intention. It's very windy and it's quite cold. I mean, 1 degree or something like that. April the 5th. Ooh. I was hoping for some warmer weather, but it's great to be out. Just a bit chilly. Here we are. So let's make my way to kind of like a spot on the sea wall where I'm hoping it might be a good vantage point to look at the sunrise. You can see they've got the boards up here, kind of keep the beach in place, stop the water crashing in when it gets a high tide. Not that it is particularly high tides at the moment. Right, so here we go. You can see lovely colours off towards there, the Spitbank Fort. But this is really what I came to photograph, all this pipe work. This has been left like this, the pipes coming over this gap so that they can launch the lifeboats if there's an emergency. This is the Ryde Inshore lifeboat station, where the rigid inflatable boat is kept in case of emergency. So that's why these pipes have to go up and over. I'll tell you what they're doing in a minute, but we've got anti-climb paint, which is the best sort of paint I always find. Right, so you can see it's a beautiful morning now, and some people out on the beach in this early morning. It looks like it's going to be a glorious day, but it is freezing, really, really cold. So, right, I've taken some photographs along there, which I'll put on now. And right, I'll wander back towards the information board and I will try and explain what's happened here and why we've got so much activity along the seafront. So you can sit in the shelter and learn a little bit about Ryde, 10 things to do in Ryde before you leave, read about that, or you can read all these signs, maybe do both. Fairly industrial looking piece here, machinery or pipe work, and some great signs. And here's the boating lake being lit up beautifully in the morning sun. Temperature barely above freezing, so my hand holding this camera is very cold. But this board has gone up reasonably recently in the last few months, and this is what I want to tell you about. It says 25th of January 2021, Southern Water Statement. Our investigations have established the main sewer line deep below the surface is the cause of the sinkhole. While we complete the necessary repairs as quickly as possible, you may see some tankers in the area. They are critical to helping us maintain wastewater services until the repair is complete, so the local residents and businesses can continue to use kitchen and bathroom facilities as normal. This is a complex repair due to the size and depth of the pipe that requires specialist services from the mainland. We also face the challenge of a forecast of heavy rainfall this week, so in January. We recognise the disruption this has caused locally and apologise to those affected. We wish to reassure customers that we are working to rectify the issue as quickly as possible and thank them for their patience in giving our frontline workers the safety distance they need to carry out their work. Now, so a sinkhole opened up on the seafront, and evidently that was the 25th of January. It's a lot more complex evidently than they first anticipated. So Appley sinkhole stats. It's over 10 feet deep, over 8 feet wide. It appeared on the 16th of January 2021. Then you've got a rather good sort of description here of what we've got underneath our feet here at Appley. So you've got sands and clays, then you've got limestone, and then it says sewer pipe sats. It's 1 metre wide and buried 15 metres deep, which is the height of the letters in the Hollywood sign. Interesting piece. It carries 1,000 litres of waste water per second, enough to fill a tanker truck in less than a minute. It removes waste for the whole of Ryde. That's approximately 25,000 people. And it says here, it says, in Ryde, your wastewater makes its way to one of the 23 pumping stations, which then pump the flow through the main sewer line to Sandown Water Recycling Centre, where it is thoroughly treated. Okay, then there's some stats about how we use water here. So, quite interesting. All of this here, obviously a sinkhole opened up, and it's been far more difficult to fix than they originally thought. So that's why all these pipes are here. So on this beautiful Tuesday morning, with the sun continuing to rise, I hope you found that interesting. My hands are absolutely freezing, so it's time to say thank you for joining me, and I will see you on the next one.